Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Against All Odds. I'm your host, Yris Palmer. Every week I sit down with entrepreneurs, entertainers, and athletes who have truly defied expectations. Today I'm sitting down with former wide receiver Marqise Lee, also known as Marcus. Only his wife calls him that. We're going to get right into your story. But first, I like to do a little icebreaker.
Okay.
I'm really big with astrology. I don't know if you knew that. Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. I feel like astrology is just like a good icebreaker. I'll read you some of your traits. You're a Sag, right?
Yeah.
So I'll read you some of your traits. You tell me if it resonates with you and what doesn't. I'll do some like weaknesses and some strengths and some challenges. Okay. So Sag men, I don't know a lot of Sag men, by the way. I've had one guest that was a Sag as well, but personally, other than you, I don't really know. And I didn't even know you were a Sag.
Okay, here we go. I'm looking forward to this, actually.
Okay. So some of your strengths as a Sagittarius man are you're charismatic and magnetic, you're big-hearted and generous, you're a natural motivator, which means you uplift everyone around you. I feel like you are a very motivated person.
You're on the money right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And then some of your challenges are you are restless, so you can get bored quickly. You avoid emotional heaviness. You may deflect serious conversations.
Oh man.
Those are like your two main challenges.
Wow.
Did it resonate?
On the money.
Yeah.
I can't speak for everybody, but for me, I think it resonated pretty well. I do try talking to my wife as far as like, I don't like the confrontation.
Yeah.
I don't like things like that. I like to keep everything calm.
Mm-hmm.
And I do try
great in marriage.
Yeah, I try to keep it calm. I literally just plead to my wife and try to make sure she's good. Even when I'm in the wrong, I try to make sure. Even when I'm right, I'm still wrong. You know what I'm saying? So,
man.
But it's on point. And as far as the other side, very emotional. Care about literally everybody I come across.
Mm-hmm.
Some part of me feel where they come from and try to really just emphasize what they're dealing with and things like that, and just kind of get that feeling. So yeah.
Okay. So it did resonate with you.
It was perfect.
Okay. And then let's tell them a little backstory of how we know each other. Okay. So I have known Vanessa, your wife, like back in the day. Like we've known each other for a while when we were like single in the club. Like we go way back, me and V, okay?
Those times.
Full circle to now, we are part of like, you guys are part of like our couple, like our marriage friends.
True.
Right?
Yeah. I actually golf with Troy.
Yeah. So like we have like a group. It's like 3 couples and they're all married, some engaged, and the guys have like a little golf group and the girls have our little girl group. And yeah, I think
it's a great group though.
It's an important group because I feel like we lean on each other for a lot.
It's
relationship advice.
I feel like we're all we're
so intertwined.
Literally.
Yeah.
We all came across each other's lives for a reason. That's honestly what I feel like. It's kind of crazy how we all in separate places, but we end up in this place, but we all in like the same position in the sense of what the guys want, you know what I'm saying, and what we focus on as far as, you know what I'm saying, making sure the wives are good, going to golf 24/7.
Mm-hmm. And then us complaining that they golf a lot.
For sure, but then you guys handling business, staying with the kids, you know what I'm saying, making sure the household is A1, so...
and they're all like working women. We're all working women
all
too.
Grinders. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So I love his wife, Vanessa. I'm actually wearing some of her sweatpants from her clothing brand, which is...
La Mercy.
What's the website?
It's lamercy.com.
There you go. Okay. I get so many compliments on my sweats. They fit amazing. Okay, so that's a little backstory on how we know each other. Now let's jump straight into your story. Mm-hmm. So I feel like a lot of people know you from being an All-American football player.
Yeah.
But I feel like nobody knows all the hardship or everything you've gone through in your life to get here. And I feel like I know little bits and pieces from Vanessa or from you personally, but I think it'd be great to share, just like take it all the way back with how you grew up, because you grew up in foster care, right?
My whole life.
Your whole life. And then your parents were deaf, right?
My mom and dad is fully deaf.
Fully deaf. So you had to learn sign language. So I think like, take me back to that. Like, how old were you when you were adopted?
Okay. I get you back to what I can remember.
Yes.
Not a pleasant story, but it's part of it, in all honesty. For what I remember, my mom had 5 kids. 3 boys, 2 girls. I got an older brother and an older sister, and then I got 2 older brothers, an older sister. Then I'm the second to the youngest, and it's a younger sister. One day we went grocery shopping. We come back home. We live in an apartment, and just us, the kids, and my mom. I literally hear a knock on the door. And once I hear the knock on the door, in all honesty, I look through the peephole. Like, at this point in time, I'm 5. So I look through the peephole like, who is it? And I seen it was the police. So at that point in time, I just stepped away. But by the time I stepped away, the police already kicked the door down. So as soon as I stepped back, police kicked it. Boom. As soon as they kicked the door down, they just came in and took us, all 5.
So all 5 of you were taken?
All 5 of us was taken away. We got put into the system. Then we all got separated.
Damn.
So all 5, one went here.
Where'd your mom go to jail?
Nah, you know what's crazy? My mom was just left in the crib, not knowing what was going on. And to this day, I can't even tell you what was the reason. I mean, I can give you my personal reason. You know what I'm saying? You live in a world society, everybody want to judge. Everybody want to have their opinion about things. You feel what I'm saying? So you have a person who can't hear, can't talk, and you got 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? One of the kids' clothes might be holes in them or might be dirty. You might feel in some type of way that they're not getting taken care of, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you see both sides, it's kind of understandable. But I felt like it was just a point in time where people on the outside was looking at my mom and felt like she wasn't capable or fit to take care of all 5 kids.
Damn.
So they made a decision upon themselves, you know what I'm saying, to make the call that they felt was necessary to get made. I mean, at that time, honestly, I can tell you, like, it was nothing going through. I feel like at that time, we was actually living perfect. Was it ideal? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, is it manageable? It was. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I remember. Then after that point, we got shipped to all different spots. Literally, I've been to so many homes, it's ridiculous.
Damn. So once you got separated, was your mom able to come visit you, or was it like complete, like, cut off, no communication?
At the beginning of the foster care system, how that works, it's like completely cut off.
Wow.
Because if she's putting your life in danger, they just don't know. You know what I'm saying? So they got strict boundaries and rules in which they got to go by too. Then you got to go through the courts in order to see your kids.
Right.
You got to show up to court and things like that. So
were you the youngest, or were
I was the second to the youngest. So I got a younger sister.
And how old was she?
At that time, she was pushing right like 4. She only a year younger than me.
Okay.
Then my brothers are older. I got a brother that's a year, then another brother that's 2 years, and my sister's 3.
Damn, 5 though. I feel like, you know, Prince is turning 4, and like him to be separated from me right now would be, like, he would feel that, he would remember that. Like, I feel like it's so traumatic.
It's very traumatic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very traumatic.
Yeah.
And in those situations, nah, man, in those situations, you hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? When kids in that situation, you hope the kids be able to figure it out and things like that. Like, in our situation, everybody wasn't able to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he still got, my sister is old now, and she deal with the trauma of what we lived with in the past. You know what I'm saying? You got my brothers who's in the gang and things like that. You got my sister who's still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got lucky. Yeah.
So now you're in the foster care system, and then when did you leave? Like, did you go to, I know you said you bounced from house to house, so you went to multiple families?
So after the foster care system get moved around, we ended up getting sent to multiple families. So I've been with families who I understand the system so well to where you go with families, you got families who don't even care.
Yeah. Who they just do it for a paycheck. Yeah.
All about the money. If you show a bed and a place for somebody to stay, then most likely they'll put you in there.
Damn.
So I've been in houses where it wasn't about you, but I also been in houses where it's families who really loved you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about people my skin color.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of my closest families is Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That I love dearly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we had the opportunity, once the foster care came around and things like that, we got separated. We ended up getting put back together in one house.
Mm-hmm.
It was, her name was Miss Jan. Her mom had a house and she had a house. She took the boys, then the mom took the girls.
Oh my God.
So we was able to see each other. So that made it a lot better.
Yeah.
Then my grandma did all the fighting to get us back.
Mm-hmm. How old were you now?
By this time I was going into elementary. So I'm approaching like 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay, so you're like 8, 9.
Yep.
Okay.
So by the time I hit to like 4th grade, the courts agreed to get us back to my grandma.
Okay.
My mom's mom.
Yeah.
Got the opportunity. By this time, my brothers and them was in the gang. So they ended up doing their own thing. My sister ended up doing her own thing. So it was just me and my younger sister. But my grandma was caught up on the drugs.
Oh, damn. Was your mom coming by to see you?
Nah, man. My mom life was rough in the sense of my mom is deaf.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an excuse? No.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everybody hindered my mom growing up in the sense of making it seem like being deaf was a problem or an excuse to not be successful or do the things that
so it held her back in every aspect, including being a mom.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my mom to death, don't get me wrong, but I was taken care of by everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And then you learned sign language, right?
Mm-hmm. So I know sign language fully now.
What age were you when you learned that?
Probably when I fully got it, like 7, 8. Then I was able to just talk. And now I still know it. I still be able to talk. I still hop in random people conversations on the streets when they're just talking.
That's so cool.
Just to see, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't expect it. And like I told you, like my mom used it as an excuse for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I watched a lot of other people use it. Not necessarily as an excuse. It's just a normal thing. Something you just got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really about it. But as far as the foster care go and things like that, like we went through the process and it's unfortunate. But then I did have opportunities where I did see light out of the foster care.
Like when you got to high school, right? That's when things started to change for you a little bit?
Yeah.
And then you met a friend.
So before the friend, though, I ended up being with the Hispanic family.
Okay.
Maria and Armando Flores.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And how we got to that was my grandma dropped us off and never came back.
No way. That's like an
nobody
unseen scene.
Nobody want to say it. You know what I'm saying? And my family probably hate that I even said it, but I don't even give a damn. My thing is this. We got dropped off. Before we even got dropped off, I was living in a motel for 3 years.
In a motel? Like the same motel or different motels?
Same motel for 3 years. I stayed at the King Motel, me and my younger sister, in a 1-bedroom for 3 years. When I was in middle school, I used to look left and right before I walked into the fucking thing. Vividly. I swear to God. Every time, every morning, I walked out, looked left and right, make sure that no kids from school ever see me come out. Walked out, walked to school. Every time after school, I used to come back. Guess what? Look the same way. Act like I'm not doing nothing and just run in. Every time. I did it for 3 years.
Wow.
I used to go to school smelling like cigarettes all day.
Wow.
My grandma, but you gotta understand this, like foster care system. Even with your grandma, you're in the foster care system. So during the whole time of 3 years of me spending that time in the motel, you gotta understand this too. My grandma was getting paid.
Right.
My mom had 5 kids.
Yeah.
She getting 5 checks plus what she got. How we still live in a motel.
Right. Sometimes it be your own family.
And that's when getting to the Hispanic family opened up my eyes to life and helped me realize when we got dropped off, they was already friends of ours, you know what I'm saying? But just to take in on 2 kids and you already got 3 of your own is a lot. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about 2 kids that you don't know really nothing about besides you living across the street and them just coming over to just play with your kids. Now having to be in the house with the kids and seeing how they act and things like that is totally different. I remember, man, after my grandma dropped us off, a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, to where I'm looking at my sister like, oh shit, like
she ain't come back.
man, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? To where one breakfast, I swear to my life, vividly, one breakfast I sat there and I looked at my Hispanic mom, Maria, I swear to my life. And
Shout out to Maria.
Told her like, yo, you think we can stay with you?
Damn.
Without a doubt, she said, no problem. And I'm like, wait, what? She was like, not a problem. I was like, you know you got to go to court. She was like, yeah, whatever I got to do. And at that moment, I'm not going to lie to you, the first year was rough for me because now we all get in this idea of like black, white, Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to quinceañeras and Racha band.
Fully thrown into the mariachi, the quinceañeras, everything.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking back like, this is not it. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy because I never knew that. And now I feel like that's why, like, we like relate so much.
Now
you're like part of my people.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, like, my Hispanic family, I essentially bought them all cars, helped out with the houses, you know what I'm saying? I still talk to them to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like every day. Like, but they also opened up my eyes to life itself. Like they don't think they played a pivotal part in my life, but they did because they let me realize it's not about the color of your skin.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the blood.
It's not about blood. I always say that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was in the point of time, I was like, damn, I'm at these parties. This is not right. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, all right, a month went by, 2 months went by. Like, damn, this lady is buying me clothes. I'm in her house. She's taking me to school. She's supporting me. I'm doing this. So it was like, this is my family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not you want your family to be family, but it's not going to always be like that. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand, like, it's other people out there who are really willing to give you the love and which you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my Hispanic family opened up my eyes to realize, like, golly, like at the end of the day, it don't necessarily ever got to be your people. And I'm dealing with somebody totally different color than me, you feel what I'm saying? But I realize, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, if you're a good person, you know what I'm saying, love gonna always find you. Yeah,
and good things will always come to you. I'm like a big believer in that. Like, do good and good things will come right back to you.
For sure.
Okay, so let's fast forward a little to high school where you made a friend playing basketball.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you eventually moved in with his family?
Yeah, Stephen Hester.
Okay, Stephen.
Stephen Hester. His mom is Sheila and his dad is Steve. I met them in high school. I was playing travel basketball at the time. And I was trying to figure out where I wanted to go to high school at. And I ended up calling him, like, yo, bro. He ended up going to Sarah, and it was like a private school. And I'm like, hey, when y'all start school? He like Monday. It was Saturday. I'm like, oh, shit. How the hell I'm going to do this? You know what I'm saying? Now his parents ended up figuring out me a way to get in. I ended up getting in. And then they used to come down to my Hispanic family house, Maria and them house, and pick me up every time. And it got to a point to where it's just like, it was an inconvenience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So excuse me, once again, I had to man up and I just asking the mom of Steven, like, which is Sheila, like, hey, can you take me in? Then she was like, yeah. But the crazy story about that is she never went to court.
Okay. So they did it off the book.
So she never did the money.
Yeah.
She let my Hispanic mom keep the money.
Yeah.
She just took me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my sister was still at my Hispanic family house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ended up moving with them just out of convenience and start staying with them. But it wasn't them, and my Hispanic family house is literally 3 blocks away.
Okay.
So I was able to see, they was able to come around, you know what I'm saying? So the relationship was always still there, you know what I'm saying? It was just more convenient for me to stay there and go from there rather than having to just do
high school.
Yeah, for all the extra things. And then they took me in. And
so do you feel like when you moved into that house, did you have more of a stable home? I know you had kind of a stable home with Maria, but now we move into your friend's house. And was that more of your stable home?
That was for sure the stable home. I feel like once I got into that house, I knew that house was going to be home for home.
Yeah.
You know You know what I'm saying? Like I had to.
Like you felt it.
I felt it. You know what I'm saying? Having the opportunity to be there from high school, even though I went to SC for college, you know what I'm saying? Being able to come back around there. But then, honestly, experience my Hispanic family in Maria and them was always working. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to keep up with what we had and things like that. So you never had the opportunity to ever come to games.
Mm-hmm. So this other family was the family that was at all your games, was your support system.
For sure.
Yeah.
When I was losing it on the court and things like that, and I look into the stands to try to find somebody I can talk to. I didn't have nobody. I had nobody for all my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things for me that I thought was normal.
When did you start playing football?
I didn't start playing football until like middle school, my 8th grade year.
Okay. And then when did you realize like you were good at it?
I realized I was good my 2nd year of college.
Oh, 2nd year of college.
Yeah, I knew I was good enough to get some scholarships for college, but I didn't think it was going to go beyond that.
Well, you got recruited in high school to go to USC, right? Or you picked USC?
Yeah, I picked SC after. So I was going to go to Miami.
Okay.
I wanted to get away. I didn't want to be in the city.
Okay.
But my younger sister told me if anything ever happened and you had to get back, how would you get back?
And you were like, damn, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At that time, it's only me and her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm her support system. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of me being 17, 16, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was my support system. Me and my younger sister has been together the whole time, foster care, going through the whole process. So I look at it like she had a point.
Yeah.
So when it came down to it and me wanting to actually leave the city and get away, I couldn't make that decision. So it was just like at this point when I had to make the decision for college, I was like, all right, we got these colleges here. You got an offer from SC. You got an offer from UCLA. And at this point in time, I'm like, well, I'd rather go to SC. Then I told myself, like, I didn't know I was good at sports. So I told myself, like, you don't make it in sports, bro. Like, you're going to get a degree from SC and be good.
Right. Okay. And then at USC, you won 2 prestigious awards, right?
Yeah.
What were they?
I got the Blennikov.
Okay.
Blennikov, then just All-American.
Okay. Well, All-American is like one of the best awards that you can get.
Yeah, I got All-American, thank God, freshman year. And after that, then I won the Blennikov my 2nd year in college, which is like the best receiver for that year. Then after I won that, that's when I realized, like, all right.
You're like, okay.
You're like,
I'm okay. I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, after my 2nd year, that's when I realized, like, okay, well, now you have the opportunity to actually make it somewhere, you know what I'm saying, to get an opportunity to make something for yourself. So that's when I start focusing on the next step.
Okay. And then so now you're like, I'm going to be a professional football player, right? But in the back of your head, was there any other doubt? Like, maybe if that doesn't work out, I'm going to do this career because you're in college taking other classes.
See, that's the thing about life. And when you come from a place where I come from, the other thing is not getting told to you.
So you were just like, it's just football or nothing.
That's all I had.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew graduating from SC would give me somewhere, but necessarily knowing what I wanted to do wasn't enough.
Yeah. Okay.
You know
So you go on to play for the NFL, mostly for the Jacksonville Jaguars, right?
Yep.
For how many years? You played for a lot of years. 6 years. Okay. Which I feel like I talked a little bit about this with like Troy, how like most athletes don't have that long of a career span. So I feel like when you are playing for more than 3+ years, like for you, did you learn the business of football, or was it just like, I'm just playing and you weren't thinking about when it was going to end?
Nah, I was understanding the business of ball, but I guess as an athlete, you fall into this position where you expect yourself to do better than what you've done. You know what I'm saying? So I understood the business of ball and I knew it wasn't going to last for long. But then again, the amount I made, which is not bad, you think you're going to make 4 or 5 times that. You know what I'm saying? So with the capabilities of me coming out, I thought my career was going to be lovely. You know what I'm saying? And which it was. I'm not complaining at all. I played for damn near 8 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not complaining at all. But like when it doesn't go expected as you expect it to go, it tends to change as far as on the mental capacity. And like you asked earlier, just like a lot of us don't prepare for the next step.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was one of those guys who honestly didn't prepare for the next step.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I thought I was going to be able to ring football out as long as I can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was blessed to not really have injuries in college. But once I got to the NFL, I ended up blowing out my whole knee.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Blowing out my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Until it comes to the reality of that gets you sitting down and thinking about what's next.
Mm-hmm. So coming from all the circumstances that you came from and making it in the NFL, and like the stakes are so high, with your upbringing, did you feel like, now you're in the NFL, you're playing, did you feel like you had any mental challenges while your time there? Like any imposter syndrome, anything that you felt that was like, damn, now like my childhood and everything is like messing with my head while I need to be in the best headspace to keep this career going?
I think that my mental honestly didn't come into play until 2020.
Why 2020?
Because honestly, when you talk about, for me personally, the mental aspect and the pressure, I was able to evaluate life so well at a young age because of how my upbringing that I didn't have much pressure.
That's so interesting that you view it like that.
And it's going to sound crazy to a lot of people, a lot, but you got to think about it like this. And I know probably half of y'all haven't thought about it, but me coming from my upbringing in foster care and things like that, you have no expectations. The only expectations you have for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're dealing with somebody who came from a family home.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents are successful at what they do.
Yeah.
They expect you to be successful at something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On my side, there was no expect to be successful at anything.
Yeah.
It's all what you wanted to do, Keys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for that pressure for me, every time I played, I kind of fell in a situation where, it sounds crazy, but I felt sorry for other people.
That had the pressure.
Because you got to think, for me, I had no pressure. I looked in the stands, ain't nobody there for me.
Yeah, you're like,
Marqise,
well,
you fucked up. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing. While you, who have the family on the other hand, you fuck up. Now daddy in the stands.
Yeah.
Mommy in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
You don't handle your grades. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have so much pressure where the family and the household is actually pushing you to do something and become something, while on my side, it's like you had an excuse to be a failure.
Yeah.
And you could have been, who would have told me something if I was a failure? You know what I'm saying? Like, I came from foster care. I fought a lot. You know what I'm saying? I had an excuse. So when I look at other people and I think about, damn, they got a family, that's a lot of pressure compared to where I came from. Yeah, my background was hard. The upbringing was tough. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But me physically, when I sat down, I thought about the pressure aspect. When I got into the league and things like that, like, I didn't have any.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have any until 2020. That's when I had my first daughter.
Then you had the pressure.
Then I had the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it comes to a point of, okay, now, at that time I already had made money. You know what I'm saying? But I never been in a situation where I had a family where I felt like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I just been taking notes from families.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Me standing at my friend's house, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking notes on how his dad treat him, how his mom treat him. Yeah. Me standing with my Hispanic Maria and Armando, I'm watching them, how they treat their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching travel team. I'm watching everybody, how they treat their kids, and I'm just taking notes of what not to do and what to do.
Wow.
To where it came down to 2020, I had a decision. Remember, that was COVID year.
Mm-hmm.
That was the year my daughter was born. You know what I'm saying? And that year, the NFL didn't have no clue on how they was going to control anything with the COVID. It's a possibility your baby might get sick. You got to move from this. And it's just like, that was a pressure.
Uh-huh.
Because now I'm dealing with the pressure of, do you have the capability to actually go out there and play, knowing that your family is at the house, or knowing that you can bring something back to your daughter? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, that was my toughest pressure. I made the right decision for myself. That 2020 year, I didn't play.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. I opted out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And did you say a lot of people tell you, you know what I'm saying, that was like a pivotal moment of my career, because a lot of people expect me to play after that injury, you know what I'm saying, to see what I can do in order to continue to play. But for me, it was just like, are you willing to jeopardize me personally? I'm not talking about nobody else. The first year with your daughters and all those memories when you never had a family? For me, the memories was more important than that me actually playing that year. My agent had a conversation with me too about it. Hey, you know what this is going to do to you? And it came to a point to where even Vanessa asked her.
What she was telling you to go?
She wanted me to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me personally, I couldn't go out there and line up and give you everything on that field knowing that my mind is at home with my kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that goes to a personal, obviously, decision and like just things that go so far back that only you know,
That goes down to the childhood trauma, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. Like, I couldn't make the decision to go out there and play knowing that the family was at the crib, you know what I'm saying, in that type of, you know what I'm saying, condition as far as not knowing and things like that. So that's where I dealt with the pressure. That's when the pressure got to me. It's like, all right, what you gonna decide? Like, I don't regret anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, I stand on me, I opt out again, you know what I'm saying, because at that time, me doing all my due diligence and all the work I've done to take notes on all these parents, you know what I'm saying? It came down to a point of decision like, okay, this is you as a man and only you can make this decision. And I made the best decision I can ever make.
Do you feel like having your own family and your own kids, now you have 3, is like healing your trauma?
Yes. Because everything that I felt like I missed as a kid, that I didn't get from the people that I expected to give it from, you feel what I'm saying? Now I can give it to my kids. You know what I'm saying? But also explain to my kids where I came from and understand that love is not just in this house. It's all around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it helped me, man. I'm not going to lie to you. The upgrading from a kid to now becoming a dad, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I know through my lifestyle and all I dealt with, how my kids will live a totally different life than what I lived.
Yeah, and they are living a different life, and I have seen it firsthand. And you're an amazing father. You're an amazing husband. You guys have a beautiful family, and good for you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
How did you manage for someone that comes? I mean, I feel like I have not similar upbringing as in the foster care, but like financial literacy. Like we weren't taught none of that. You know what I mean? And now coming into money, dealing with money. How did you? Like, those NFL checks are big. How did you deal with all that? Did you have a team? Do you feel like you managed your money well?
I feel like I could have did a little bit better, in all honesty, but I have done a good job with my money. I have a team, actually. The same team I've been with since I first stepped in the league.
And the league provided that team for you?
Nah, I found it myself.
Oh, good job. Good for you.
I found it myself, and I did a couple of things. For my FAs, I ended up getting 2 financial advisors. You know what I'm saying? I gave them both $1 million. Then you see which one's going to give you the good returns on the back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or just be transparent about what's going on. And one of the guys who I actually gave one to actually did very well as far as the return. But then I'll see strict. My biggest thing about my money is, my wife knows, I hate asking my FA for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I go over that budget, like, asking for that money is like it's cringe for me. Not because... No,
I'm the same way. So when I sold one of my companies, I did this exact same thing. I divided some of my money into 2 different banks that have financial advisors that grow your money. But I will say, like, that's no longer my money. Like, I put it in my head, like, I don't have that money. So, like, I give myself a budget, and I'm like, if I don't have it, I don't have it. I'm like, I'm broke. I don't have it. I will not ask them to, unless it's for, like, another investment, I will not ask them to transfer money into my personal to just spend. It makes me feel like, and that's my money. It makes me feel so weird to be like, hey, can you transfer $50,000 into my, it makes me like, no. Like, I miss spending my money.
I hate asking. I'm not going to lie to you, because I always got to, when you ask, you always got to explain and tell a story, what you need it for. What you think you can just wait, Marqise? You think it's this? I just tell Vanessa just to wait for this.
Or if it's in a growing account, you have to pay taxes on that. If you pull the money out, it's like so much. It's like the logistics are just like, But
I told myself as a young age, like, once I decided to get the bread, I knew I was going to get the money, that, yeah, it's hard to do. It's very hard to do. I'm not sitting here telling you it's not hard to do. Yeah. But no is my best friend.
Yeah. No, you have to be disciplined, because you know what? It's hard to make money. It's so easy to spend it. It's so easy to spend it. And once it's gone, it's gone. So you have to be so smart. Like what I do is like when I have a big paycheck coming or whatever, I'm like, let me put 50,000 into another business that will eventually make me more money. Like you have to be so smart, because my biggest fear is like losing it all. I'm like, I come from nothing. I built it. I've worked so hard to build what I have. To just like spend it all is like what I'm not.
I just told myself I would never go broke again.
Yeah.
And me and my wife got a limit as far as once we get to a certain amount, you know what I'm saying, we consider ourselves broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, the money is great, whatever, but it get to a point to where it's just like, once I got to the league, I got the money. Now, all of a sudden, everybody is behind on rent. Everybody got a car note.
I had to put a stop to that the first year I started making money, because my mom, sometimes it'd be your own family. Like my mom would have random cousins or aunts show up to my house. I would just get into from work. I've been lashing all day. They're like, can you pay my rent this month? And I literally had to tell my mom one time, like, stop doing that to me, because all you're doing is like hurting me. Like if I help everybody, then like at that time too, I was just building. I was like, I need this money to reinvest in my business. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like also because my parents come from, you know, where they come from and they don't know any better. Like they had no knowledge to be like, you know what? Why am I doing this to my daughter? Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
So I've had to literally, even with that's one thing, like and Troy will tell you, I don't discuss money with friends, with like my parents. Like they don't know my paychecks that I'm getting, because I just keep everything to myself. Nobody needs to know. Do you know what I mean? If I'm able to help you and that comes from me, yes. But like people just asking me all the time, it turns me off. Hey. I'm like, yo, that's the biggest cringe to me.
Can you blame them?
I can't blame them, but I just feel like you give them what is the saying? You give them an inch, they take a mile, you know, and it doesn't stop. And the whole more money, more problems is so true.
It's so true.
It's so true.
I tell people like all the time, like you get more money is more problems, more everything, situations that come up, issues you got to take care of. You feel what I'm saying? Like you literally, I change my number like every 3 or 4 months. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it just gets so out of hand where it's just like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. So now it's just to the point to where it's just like, I was the type of person like where at the beginning of my year, I was the type of person that was helping, because usually like you go back to the Sagittarius and you just want to be the person to help, you know what I'm saying? Because me coming from the background that we come from is just like, he kind of understand, you know what I'm saying, where y'all coming from. But then
That's
again,
always me. I'm like still like, because in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, it's okay. Like I'm helping, it's going to come back and it's going to do this. Or you just look at your people like, who else are they going to ask for? Like sometimes like that I used to help out a lot. And then I was like, okay, now I'm hurting myself.
Killing yourself.
You know, you're
my
like...
financial advisor's having conversations with me about, hey, Marqise, you kind of spent over a little bit too much. And I go back and look at my statements and I start to realize, like, dang, all these conversations I'm having with my FA is not even about anything that I have about my stuff.
No, you know what like was one thing that stuck out to my head when I was like, I'm going to stop like saying yes. And this was like only 2 years ago. This is recently when I was like, I'm going to stop and get more disciplined, because I was helping everybody that I felt like, God, everything, the whole weight is on me, you know? And I was like, if I needed something, who could I ask for help? And there was not one person I could think of that could help me. Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, that hit so different that I was like, I have to make sure I take care of me. Like I have to make sure I have my reserves. I'm like, and it's like tough, like love, but also too, the more you give people, the more you hinder them. You know, it's like, not unless they're physically disabled, like... Sure. You have to figure it out.
Who saved Superman? Did that. Superman saved everybody else. Who saved Superman?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You'll get to a point to where you do need saving, and that thing is, if you can't ask nobody, there's just no point. You know what I'm saying? And now we're in a position where we got kids. Different responsibilities.
Yeah, you have 3 little girls. Congratulations. You have a week-old newborn that I just met that I love. I love her so much.
Yeah.
But okay, one thing also that I thought was really interesting about your story is that it doesn't end with the NFL. You went back to school. Mm-hmm. You're
no more school unless I go back and get my master's. I actually moved back out here in July. I went back. I had 5 classes to get my sociology degree.
Okay.
So I took all 5 in the fall. I had to physically go back to class. So I was in class Monday through Thursday. sitting in class next to 19-year-olds. It's crazy.
So what do you feel like is next for you?
I honestly, I want to go into player development.
Okay.
Honestly, like we talk about life after ball and things like that. Like now we living in a different time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never want to tell anybody what to do with their money and things like that. But there's always smarter ways to go about it when you want to make decisions with that money.
And I feel like it'll resonate with them more because you've played it, you've lived it. You know what I mean? It's like you've experienced it.
And I fell in the black hole. You know what I'm saying? After ball, you can ask my wife. Like I lost half of my hair due to alopecia because not knowing what I wanted to do next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lost in this world.
That identity, I mean, yeah.
It was tough. You know what I'm saying? You find yourself in a black hole not knowing, you know what I'm saying, to where it's just like, I start sitting down and I start thinking like, I'm lucky because I'm a good person in the finances. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not going to get that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at it as like, now what can we do now to maximize the opportunity of these kids and everybody that's getting these things? And my thing is like, have a plan now. You know what I'm saying? To any little thing that you might want to do. Now we're dealing with NIL. People getting paid in high school. People getting paid in college.
No, it's
you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
But think about this. Mercedes is giving you a car. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what kids getting free cars. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes is giving you a car. You know what I'm saying? Like Tuesday, you got an off day. Instead of you playing games and sitting there and playing games with your boys, how about you take 6 dozen, 7 dozen of donuts to the Mercedes dealership that gave you your car, sit down, let them eat donuts and chop it up with them for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding, like, to you, that might means nothing.
Yeah.
But everybody in that Mercedes dealership, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to remember that, number one.
That's important.
Yeah. People will always remember how you make them feel.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the little gesture of like, damn, he came back and gave us donuts, like, will say a lot and leave them with a lot.
That's why you say why Sagittarius and emotional, because we take pride in who we are.
Yeah.
I take pride in being a man. I take pride in being a father. I take pride in being a husband. I take pride in being a good friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
which you guys are, by the way. When you guys come to my house, Marqise will be offered to clean the entire house. I'm like, Marqise, it's okay. Like,
you gotta understand though. They are providing the food and everything. You know what I'm saying? One, I can't cook. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't help in the kitchen at all. So I try to find where I can be helpful. You know what I'm saying? If the kids is already busy and they handle their stuff with it, you got all the things to do at your house, they're busy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cleaning is my next best thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to try to do anything around that I can possibly do to help. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the things for these kids nowadays is just like people are exerting themselves and helping you guys so much. And I know it comes easy because you're playing and things like that. So you might think it's like deserving for you, but it's like, don't forget, like, don't think it's a privilege to be in the position that we are now. You know what I'm saying? And the athletes and stuff like that. So it's just like I want to do player development just to get back to the kids and understand like the little things that people are giving you and things like that. Let's spend some time to go back and sit down with these people, take them golfing. You know what I'm saying? Take the time out their day and understanding like they got businesses, they busy too, and they enjoy time away from their stuff to chill with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might think it's not important, but that's important. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you think about you going and it don't matter what you make, 100 million, 200 million, 30 million. It really doesn't matter because at the end of the day, once you're said and done with that sport, you know what I'm saying? You still have to find something else to fill that void. You know what I'm saying? So my thing about it is like, let's get in a position where we already setting up ourselves by giving back to those people who's giving to us. You know what I'm saying? To when it comes down to that time, it's either you're already prepared for what you're about to do when you step out, or people are already waiting for you to step out to get you started to what they want you to do next. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I feel like we just
well, I could just already tell. Like, you're so passionate about it. They're gonna do wonders in that field.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And I'm going to wrap it up with, we love to always drop a gem. We ask our guests to drop a gem. So you dropped a lot of gems, but let's leave them with something like words of wisdom, anything you want to say to anybody listening, any future All-American players.
A gem. I got 2 things for you. Just always work hard. That's the main thing. It's self-explanatory. Work hard. And the next thing is, don't seek credibility from elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people in this world look to do things to see what other people going to say about what they're doing rather than really focus on what they really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With the passion and love they want to do it with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing player development for you guys to be like, oh, you want to do player development? No.
You're doing it for you.
I want to help these kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want them to be richer than rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to, even if you not make it for yourself, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we live in a world where a lot of people do things to get credit from other people who's not even credible themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to live in a world where y'all just focus on ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And as you focus on yourselves and really look in the mirror and make it uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Answer those uncomfortable questions and things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the good things that come to you, but you got to be willing to just do it for yourself.
Do it for yourself. That's a big gem.
That's it.
Well, thank you so much for being here. I love telling your story. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And I think you're going to wow a lot of people that don't know your story. Like, even me, there's so many moments that I didn't know that I feel like I know so much more of you. So thank you for being vulnerable, for sharing your story. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode of Against All Odds. Against All Odds is a Hyphenate Media Group production in partnership with iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more of your favorite shows, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.